Welcome everyone. Thank you for taking your time today to join me again. My name is Victoria Pham and I'm an international recruitment advisor at San Jose State. It is my pleasure to be here today to talk to you all about studying at San Jose State University. This is going to be a very exciting webinar full of information for you to know about what makes San Jose State well known as SJSU at San Jose State and how to apply for SJSU. So without further ado, let's begin. Just some note very quickly before we begin. So I'm pretty sure that you'll be muted throughout the webinar, but feel free to put down throughout the webinar. Feel free to put down your questions in the Q&A box, and then I'll get to you for your questions at the end of the webinar. All right, thank you. So let me share my screen, and then we can get started. Oh, Shivani, could you please enable screen sharing for me?
Please go ahead, Victoria.
Okay. All right, is everything okay? Can you all see my screen right now?
Yes,
right,
please go ahead.
Welcome to Get to Know San Jose State University. First of all, I'll just tell you a little bit about the basic background of SJSU, otherwise known as San Jose State University. So to begin with, I am not from the admission office. So you're talking to an international student recruitment advisor from International Student Recruitment and Partnerships. That's the department that I work for at SJSU. So International Recruitment and Partnerships is the recruitment wing of the admission office. So we don't review your applications and make admission decisions directly, but we work very closely with you as international students, applicants, and help the admission office to process your applications. So again, we communicate with a wide range of stakeholders, including international students, counselors, and agents about the university, academic requirements, majors, programs, campus life, etc. So we are here to assist you as international applicants throughout the application process to make sure that you understand what needs to be done in order to successfully complete the applications to SJSU. So San Jose State is actually part of the largest public university system in the US. We are proudly to be part of the California State University system, otherwise known as CSU. We are also proudly to be the founding campus, which means we were the first CSU school founded in 1857. And that also made us the very first public institution in the Western US. We are a fully accredited school by Western Association of Schools and Colleges, and currently we offer over 250 areas of study. So as you can see, on the screen, San Jose State is located in the northern, like California, also known as the Bay Area. That's why we are. Just a few points of academic excellence for you to review. So we are highly ranked nationally as a public university. So we actually ranked fourth as a public university in the Western US. And we are very well known for our engineering and business programs. Our engineering programs ranked third nationally, and at the same time, the business programs rank 6th nationally. Exceptional value. So what I mean is that SJSU is a wonderful return on investment for your study. In fact, we are ranked as the most transformational college by Money Magazine, which means you get the most out of money for your study if you earn a degree from SJSU. And also that's because we are also known as one of the most affordable public universities in Northern California and also in the United States in general. Just a quick comparison to see how affordable SJSU as a public university compared to other non-public private universities in the same area. So it costs a fraction for the tuition just to study at SJSU. Again, because we are a public university and the majority of your tuition is subsidized by the state. From location, so again, we are located at the heart of the Silicon Valley in Northern California. It is easily accessible within close perimeter to a lot of like tourist attraction, a lot of well-known places in the area. You can go to the mountain, the beach, to metropolitans like San Francisco or Los Angeles easily from San Jose. And also what makes San Jose State well known globally as a destination for study is because we are located in one of the most diverse cities in the US. Collectively, there are over 100 languages spoken in the area. San Jose is also the 10th largest city in the US and the 3rd largest city in California. Again, it is very easy to get to San Jose from wherever you are through the 2 international airports, the San Jose and San Francisco International Airport. Career acceleration. Of course, no doubt, San Jose State has a strong career connections among our network, again, thanks to the location. In fact, being located at the heart of the Silicon Valley and being one of the biggest universities in the area makes San Jose the most Silicon Valley highs in the South Bay area. That means companies in the area hire the most graduates from San Jose State University. And of course, our professors and lecturers almost all have connections, professional or academic in the area by working or consulting with Silicon Valley companies. We also have a wide range of collaboration with industry leading companies, and you will see that firsthand the moment you enter San Jose State campus. You'll see a lot of like offices or in fairs, activities, organizations in affiliation with Silicon Valley companies right on campus. And there are tons of opportunities to network and intern with multinational corporations, not just in the area, but in California and nationwide as well. Again, there will be plenty of opportunities through career fairs and internships opportunities for you to do that. And in fact, internships is actually one of the core components of the majority of the programs at San Jose State, which means you are allowed to work, and actually you you have to actually work in order to complete your internship and gain hands-on experience before you can graduate. On the screen, you will see the top 10 industries that recruit from SJSU. No doubt, the first one is engineering, IT, and tech, because we are the heart of the Silicon Valley. But there is something for everyone. You can see that all industries recruit from SJSU. Just a little bit about the academic components of the whole university. So SJSU consists of 9 colleges: College of Business, College of Engineering, College of Health and Human Science, College of Science, College of Education, College of Humanities and the Arts, College of Social Science, and College of Professional and Global Education. So on the screen, I have listed a few spotlight majors from each and every college within the webinar today. I won't have time to go into any details of any majors here, but you are very welcome to reach out to me and or any of my colleagues after the webinar to learn more our programs. Or you can email us, or you can set up an advising appointment with us, to talk more about the programs and understand the programs and how to apply. But again, I will just briefly mention a few spotlight programs at our undergraduate and graduate level as well. So a few emerging programs that we would like to have your attention right now is the first one is the Aviation program. So the Aviation program is not a new one, but not many international students know about it. This one is actually ranked first in the West US, and there are plenty of options for you in terms of career once you graduate from the program. The packaging program is actually a STEM program. Not many may know that, but it's actually STEM program. That means you may earn additional time up to 3 years in order to work after to stay in the US and work after your graduation. Design studies. So design studies is also a very competitive BFA program, Bachelor of Fine Art program. There are also like 4 different concentrations that you can choose from within the design study program. You can opt for either interior design, architectural design, studio and art, or just design study as a generic major. The next one is applying computational mathematics. So this one is a highly recommended program for those who might be interested in earning a computer science or computer engineering major, but might not fully meet the requirement in order to be admitted to those majors. Because by graduating from the applying computational mathematics program, you will also automatically earn a minor in computer science, which makes you more competitive if you plan to apply for graduate study in the same major in computer science or computer engineering. Because the majority of graduate program in computer science or computer engineering require applicants to have academic background in the same field. Economics is also another STEM degree that students might be interested in, and you can graduate with either a BS or BA degree in economics. Chemical engineering and hospitality, tourism, and event management are among our emerging undergraduate programs at SJSU that are attracting a lot of international students because of their reputational networking. within the program. When it comes to graduate, yeah, it will be a mistake if I do not mention artificial intelligence with all the like trends, with all the recent trends. The program is definitely in the talk of the town among our international applicants. So do check out the program after the webinar when you have a moment. The next one is biomedical engineering. So this is also an interdisciplinary program for those who might be interested in learning more about biomed field in the state. Interdisciplinary engineering. So again, this is a combination of like engineering knowledge from a lot of disciplines. So if you would like to gain more knowledge, just general knowledge about engineering while deciding, which field of engineering you would like to go for at the graduate level, this is a great option for you. Mechanical engineering, the program encompasses diverse applications of science and technology, and also has been becoming more popular among our applicants. One of our newer programs, the Human Factors and Ergonomics programs, this is also a STEM program, in case you don't know yet. So the program focuses on using technology in order to enhance, to design enhanced user experience. Among other engineering programs, industrial system engineering and material engineering. So again, all the programs have linked out on the slide here. You can easily just check out after the webinar. Yeah, I think I can share the slide deck with Shivani, and then she'll be able to distribute the slide deck to all the attendees. All right, and then a little bit about our international student population. So in case you don't know yet, SJSU is actually the top master public university hosting international students by the data published by the Open Doors report. So collectively, we have an enrollment of about 36,000 students, and about 10% of our student population is international students, represented by over 100 countries. And the top countries of origins for international students are usually India, China, Vietnam, Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, and Canada, just to name a few. As they said, there's something for everyone. Doesn't matter what you're interested in, you'll certainly find something that you like and you would like to join. We have over 450 student clubs and organizations, and there are even concerts, art shows, and cultural events. For those who are music lovers here, note that there's even a Beethoven concert hall and museum on SJSU campus. So for sure, there will be many, musical events for you to enjoy. And for those who are sport fans, also note that, SJSU is very competitive when it comes to, sports in the area and also nationwide as well. So we have 7 men and 12 women's sport teams as part of the NCAA Division I sport. We have, as you can see on the screen, we also have a brand new student union and student recreation and aquatic center for you to relax and enjoy a lot of physical activities after school hours. And right now we are building on Interdisciplinary Science Building, and that building will also become a hatch hub for a lot of an incubation hub for a lot of startup ideas, for a lot of like networking opportunities among students and professional in the Silicon Valley, and companies in the area. And rest assured, you'll be in good hands once you become a student at SJSU. We have full services in order to help you success academically, culturally, and professionally at SJSU. There will be cultural and immigration advisors dedicated to you from the International Student and Scholar Services. There will also be academic advisors and tutors from the Writing Center as well as from the Student Success Center at each and every college. And on top of that, of course, you'll have dedicated career advisors to help you map out your career planning and practice everything related to career preparation, from writing out a resume, prepping for interview, looking for internship opportunities, how to reach out to employers, how to prepare and start networking for your career. And again, as I have mentioned earlier, there are tons of career fairs and events to access industry insights and connect with employers once you're on campus. And in fact, from day one, you will have access to the career portal at SJSU. That's where you'll see all the opportunities and connections that you will benefit from as an SJSU student. Campus safety. So for the safety, there will be university policy department patrols 24/7 on campus. There are other services that are free of charge for you. For safety, for example, you can have free safety escort to any location on campus and within close distance from campus. And there are blue light phones in order for you to access help and call the police throughout campus. University housing. So in case you are interested in living on campus and enjoying a little bit more the student experience, we also have the options for you to reside on campus. Currently, we have 8 resident buildings that can accommodate approximately 3,500 students and faculty. There are also different like living styles for you to choose from. You can rent a studio on your own, or you can share an apartment with someone else, or you can live in a residential and educational in an educational residence house with more students and faculty. So there's something for everyone to choose from. Just so you know, right now, we have temporarily suspended the live on campus for freshmen. So in the past, before COVID, it was a requirement. So as an international freshman, you would be required to live on campus for at least the first year. But right now, that requirement has been suspended. So live on campus has become totally optional. You have the option to live on our campus from the first year. The International House is the educational residence that I just mentioned. So this is a house that accommodates up to 70 individuals. And the International House, as the name suggests, is only for international students. The house is not on campus, but it's located right next to campus, very close from campus within walking distance. And this is a place for you to learn more about different cultures and different countries. If you would like to join part of the community at the International House. Okay, so scholarship, so this is probably one of the most like urgent questions for many of you when thinking about study abroad in general, right? So again, yes, to answer the questions, yes, the United States does have scholarships for international students. However, the majority of scholarships are open to continuing students only, meaning that you have to be enrolled for the first semester before you are eligible to apply for the scholarships at the university. You'll have access to the scholarship portal. Also from day one, you'll see all the internal and external scholarships listed there, and what you might be eligible for. The only scholarship that you are eligible to apply as an incoming international student, which means you can apply for the scholarship, at the same time with submitting your degree program application, is the Global Spartan Scholarship. So the Global Spartan Scholarship is only open in the fall intake for both, incoming and continuing international students, both at the undergraduate and graduate level. So coming right now is the Fall 23 scholarship, which will be open in March. And please check out our website for more details about the eligibility and how to apply for the scholarship. Okay, and now let's dive deeper into the most important part of our webinar today, admissions to SJSU. What are the admissions requirements and what you need to do in order to successfully complete your application at SJSU? First and foremost, please note that the application at SJSU actually includes two stages. The first step, the first stage of that all is submit an online application on our application portal, the Cal State Apply portal. After you have successfully submitted an online application on the Cal State Apply portal, you will be receiving your SJSU ID in order to activate your My SJSU account and check your to-do list. And this is when the next stage of the application process begins. You will have to log in your My SJSU account and see what you are required to submit in order to actually complete your application. There will be university requirements and program requirements that you need to complete. Right now, we are still open for the fall 23 application cycle. The undergraduate deadline will be until April 1st. And the graduate deadline vary by program, so you'll need to check when exactly is the deadline for your desired program. Again, when it comes to deadlines, there are application deadlines and document deadlines. The application deadline is when you have to submit the online application on the application portal. And the document deadline is when you have to submit all the required documents assigned to you on your to-do list. For those who are thinking about applying for the next cycle, the spring 24, please note that the application opens on August 1st and close on November 1st. So university requirements for undergraduate, in order to be eligible for an undergraduate program at SJSU, you first need to earn a US high school degree or a degree that is deemed equivalent to a US high school diploma. And you also need to earn a GPA of 3.0 on a scale of 4 for your high school study. And in case you don't opt for math study at your high school, this is probably something like difficult for you to actually be eligible for an undergraduate program at SJSU, because we require all applicants to have studied at least 3 years of math during high school. English requirement, as seen on the screen right now, we accept TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo, and PTE. As part of the more recent movement, the holistic system, which SJSU is part of, has moved away from standardized tests when it comes to admission review, which means SAT or ACT are no longer required and will not be factored in admissions requirement. So you are not required to submit your SAT or ACT score at all. And of course, you will be required to submit your grade 9 to 12 official high school transcript when applying for the school. And if you have graduated, you will also need to submit your high school diploma or graduation certificate as well. We also accept transfer students, and there are 2 different types of transfer, as soon as they state. The first one is lower division transfer. So you will be considered lower division transfer if you have not completed 60 units at the college level. So in order to qualify for lower division transfer, you also need to meet all the freshman requirements. You need 3 GPA for high school. You need 2.0 GPA during the time you have spent at college. You need to meet the English requirement, and of course any other requirement set by the program that you are looking to transfer to. For upper division transfer, you will be considered an upper division transfer applicant if by the time of apply, you have completed 60 units or more at the college level. Again, you will also need 2.0 GPA during your college coursework and need to meet the English requirement. Depending on your study or the time you have, because many of our upper division transfer students are actually transferring from within the US. So depending on where you're transferring from and what's the like medium of language instruction at your school, you might be waived out the language requirement, but generally you still need to meet the language requirement. And on top of that, a more unique requirement among the SJSU system is that you have to complete the 4 basic skill courses, otherwise known as the golden courses at SJSU and also at the SJSU system. Those include 1 course in oral communication, 1 course in reading communication or literature, US literature, 1 course in critical thinking, and 1 course in quantitative reasoning and math. In case you reside outside of the US and would like to transfer as upper division transfer by completing those courses, there are online options for you. You can enroll in online courses from abroad, complete and pass all the courses before you can transfer. And more details, through the link I have given here. And of course, feel free to reach out to us should you have any questions about transferring to SJSU as an international student. Graduate requirements. So first and foremost, in order to be eligible for a graduate program application at SJSU, you must earn a 4-year bachelor degree equivalent we don't really accept 3-year degrees. There are only a handful of 3-year degrees that we accept from European countries. More details on our graduate admissions and program evaluation website that you can check out later. And in order to be qualified for the university requirement, you also need 2.5 GPA during your undergraduate coursework. But the majority of programs actually require a higher GPA than that. So 2.5 is the minimum that you need to have in order to at least be eligible to apply. But know that the majority of programs, of graduate programs at SJSU, actually require higher GPA than that. On top of that, we also require you to submit an international evaluation. So we don't accept any academic records submitted directly by the applicants. So for any academic records, just your transcript, your degree, your certificate, you all need to submit those documents to an evaluation agency accepted by SJSU. Including WAS, ACEI, and ACE. And then, the evaluation agency will send your evaluation report directly to SJSU on your behalf. For graduate level, when it comes to English requirement, please note that we only accept TOEFL, IELTS, and PTE. Duolingo is not accepted at the graduate level. The GRE or GMAT requirement, of course, varies by program. It is not a university requirement, it's a program requirement. Some programs require a GMAT score. Some even require a very specific score, the minimum score that you need to have in order to be eligible to apply. And some don't require a GRE or GMAT score at all. So that you will have to check on our website for this specific requirements set by the program of your choice. Similarly with SOP and lower requirement. So again, I have linked out all the information here on the slide. Feel free to check out later once you receive the slide deck. So all in all, on the screen, you are seeing, all the application documents. The majority of application documents required for applicants, and some of you, depending on your profile, you may not have to submit all of these requirements, or there are additional documents that you might have to submit in order to complete your application. So generally, you'll need to submit your academic records with an international evaluation. If you are a graduate applicant, you have to submit your test scores. You have to submit your SOP or LOR, if applicable, for your grad application. Please note that financial documents are also part of the actual application at SJSU. That means you have to submit the financial documents in order to complete the application before your application can be reviewed for admissions. And those financial documents include a declaration of finance form issued by SJSU and any documents that may serve as your proof of funds. And last but not least, of course, a valid copy of your passport. For your reference, I have noted, I have included on the slide the current cost of attendance that you need to be able to present in your proof of fund. So for your undergraduate, it will be over 44,000, and for graduate, that will be over 43,000. Please note that this amount of funds you're seeing here right now is strictly for documentation purpose. So you're required to present that number on your financial document, but it doesn't mean that is the actual cost of attendance that you have to spend while attending SJSU. The tuition is, of course, will be the same for everyone, but when it comes to living expenses, it can significantly vary depending on where you will be staying and the choice of your accommodation. So please note that this is just for reference and strictly for documentation purpose only. Before I wrap up, let me walk you through how to submit the documents in order to complete your applications. So for transcript submission, there are two options for you. You can either submit an electronic copy of your transcript or mail us the physical copies of your transcript. Note that we prefer electronic submissions because it's just simply faster and it's also much easier to check over your submission once you have sent in your transcripts. So again, grade 9 to 12 transcript must be submitted directly by a school official from a verifiable school email to eTranscript@sjsu.edu. And if you have graduated, of course, you need to submit proof of graduation, usually your high school diploma or graduation certificate as well. For graduate, please note that we require at least 7 semester transcript and of course bachelor degree if already graduated, evaluated by an evaluation service accepted by SJSU. Again, the evaluation agency will send your evaluation report once it has been completed to SJSU on your behalf. There is no academic document that you have to send directly to SJSU on your own if you are a graduate applicant. Similarly, any test scores, English score, GRE or GMAT score, AP score, any test scores, if you would like to submit to the school, must be sent directly to the school from the testing administrator. We don't accept any test report submitted by the applicant. For financial documents and passport, you have the option to submit the documents through by uploading through a confidential upload form given in your account once you log in and check your to-do list. And I guess that's it for today. I have provided, all the information that you need to know about admission requirements and how to successfully submit an application to SJSU. But again, in case you have further questions that I cannot answer within our webinar today, feel free to keep in touch with us and reach out to us through email or book an advising appointment with us. And I guess we can now open the floor for questions. I am not sure how much time left we have. Shivani, can you keep time and let me know?
Sure, we have a good 10 minutes, and I think we have two questions right now. Maybe we can address them first. We have one that asks, can I study online physical therapy? I'm presuming that's physiotherapy. So if there are any online courses for this?
Okay, so thank you for the question. We currently don't offer a program in physical therapy. There's something similar. There's a program called kinesiology that you can apply for. However, it is a completely in-person, on-ground program. There is no online option for you to enroll in. So I highly recommend you reach out to me later to check out the program. You can, read more about the program on your own. And then if you have any questions, you can discuss with me. This is a wonderful program, even though it's not very popular for international students, but seriously, this is a wonderful program, an alternative, to a more traditional, medical oriented programs.
Great, thank you. We don't have any other questions on the Q&A. But I think we still have participants and nobody seems to have any other questions. We'll just wait a couple of minutes if anyone wants to ask anything further.
Sure. Yeah, feel free to let me know. You can either just, unmute yourself and speak out, or you can just put out the questions in the Q&A box. We still have 10 minutes left.
Everyone, this is a very good opportunity for you to actually ask about the university, about the facilities, about the programs, if there's anything specific, timeline, how to prepare yourself for certain things. Go ahead, Victoria is here to answer just that.
Yeah, you heard Shivani. I'm here to help you and answer any questions you may have. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions lingering in your mind. And even if not, that's okay. Yeah, don't forget that
So we have one question that's come in. How would you
yeah.
describe your degrees in humanities, such as psychology and sociology?
Wonderful question. Thank you. So psychology is actually one of the emerging majors that I forgot to mention earlier. Our psychology program it is a wonderful option, if you would like to earn either a BS or BA program. So that means you can either further study with a BS program, or you can just start right away by doing an internship if you earn a BA program. I cannot speak on the actual, course curriculum, course component. That would be a question for the program that I can definitely connect you to the faculty. But what I can comment on the psychology program is that it's a very good program and widely popular for our domestic students. It's just not very popular among international students because it's not a STEM program. So even though you have the option to intern to actually gain hands-on um, uh, experience, especially if you opt for the concentration in clinical psychology or counseling psychology. But do know that you have the option to intern. It's just that you don't have that extensive amount of time to work as compared to other STEM programs.
Thank you. There is another question: is there any personal statement requirement for undergraduate applications?
There is no personal state requirement for undergraduate application. Our admissions at the graduate level is highly merit-based. So you will be considered based on your GPA and other academic performance that you report in your profile through the online application.
Great, thank you, Victoria. We don't have any other open questions now. Maybe we can just wrap up. We'd like to thank you so much for presenting to us this beautiful university. And we do have some attendees who had registered but were unable to join today. We will be able to share the recording that we've done today with them so that they can, if they have any other questions, we'll come back to you to ask you more, to clear out more doubts. Thank you so much for presenting San Jose State University to us.
Sure. Thank you so much, Shivani, for having me today. And again, a huge thanks for anyone who have made it to join us today. Again, it's my pleasure to talk to you about SJSU. And don't hesitate to reach out to us should you have any questions or need any further information in order to make decisions before applying to SJSU. So thank you all for having me, and I guess, good day to all of you. Have a good one. And let's stay in touch. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.